Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Shrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, we're going to show you how to use a TENS unit for shoulder pain. Basically, we're going to show you correct pad placement. Because, and by the way, this would work with impingement, rotator cuff injury, arthritis, some of the basic shoulder problems. First, we're going to talk about the unit. Brad and I have tried dozens of TENS units. Most of them are pretty good.
Yep.
Most of them are powerful. Most of them are compact. Some of them don't have very good instructions. So we decided after a while that we're going to endorse one brand because we like the brand, we like the instructions, we like everything about it.
Sure.
So we're going to, if you're using any one of their brands, and we're talking about the I Relieve, if you're using any of their products like the 1313, 8080, or 5050, we have videos on how to use those.
Specifically.
Specific videos. Go to bobandbrad.com, go to the program section, and then look for the 10 series.
Sure.
And under the 10 series, look for the videos on 1313, 8080, or whichever one you have.
And then we have PDF printouts for those so that you can save some time, get it printed out, and have it right in front of you.
We have a printout of this specific video on our website that will show you where the pad placements are, so if you forget. So let's start. Where do you place pads for pain, Brad?
Well, typically the location where you feel the pain is where you have to determine. Typically on a shoulder, oftentimes it's below the shoulder, right around this area. It's very common. Not always, but it's pretty common.
But what we're going to do is it's going to be an experiment. There's really not a specific right or wrong.
Right.
So we're going to show you some general rules for the shoulder, what we try. Let's start off with, let's say it's kind of a small area of pain.
Sure.
We're going to use just one channel and two pads.
Okay.
Let's start with that.
We've color-coded ours. We have two channels here just so you can easily see it. You won't have that.
Yeah, they'll be black.
Yeah, this is what we did custom here.
Yeah, they might be white, but depending on,
Yeah, what's your
So what he's doing, he's putting one pad right on the pain. And now the second pad is going to either go below it or above it.
Yep.
Now the spacing is important. That generally we recommend that you have at least a pads width apart.
Right. I got a little more than that.
Yeah, and that's fine.
I usually say 3 or 4 fingers
to
my patients just so they can remember and actually measure it very quickly. We could go.
You can go
here,
side to side, and you can go one above and one below.
Yep. Usually the pain travels this direction, so that's kind of the way we have most of the luck. But it's individual. You can experiment.
So we got 3 options there: one on, one above, one below, one side by side, and then also both one above and one below.
Yep.
Well, again, we'll have pictures on the PDF. Now, if you want to use 4, let's say it's kind of a global pain. You have almost like the entire shoulder hurts, it aches. What you're going to do is he's got one above and one below, and then he's going to put one on one side and one on the other side. And what that does is it forms a cross.
Right.
A T, I guess we should say.
Let's say it's global, but it's still more here. Because we could move all 4 of these up a little bit.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with that. We're just going to save a little time because I think you understand the concept. From green to green, there, yellow to yellow, and that forms the cross.
Now you can also do an X. So Brad's going to make an X.
And it's just a real modest movement.
Yep. So now you got more of an X the way it's working at that point.
Right.
So very simple to do. Figure out which one works for you and give it a try.
And just remember, we should have mentioned this earlier. To make sure your pads last longer, make sure that you wash your skin, soap and water, and get it really nice and dry. If you happen to have a hairy area that you're putting over, and you're going to use these, it really helps to shave the hair off. It's really going to make the pads last longer, and they conduct better.
Yeah, and we promise with each of these videos, the 10s unit videos, we're going to show you at least one exercise to do that you could do possibly even with the 10s unit on.
Sure.
So I'm going to show you what you're going to need is probably like a broom handle or something. We have a Booyah stick here. But you're going to need something in order, like, well, a 5-foot long stick that has a little bit of a grip to it.
Yep.
And it helps. I had one lady that actually took tape and put tape on the bottom of her broomstick.
Sure.
So
be creative.
So what you do is you're going to go ahead and put it on the chair like this. You're going to reach up as high as you can, and you're going to lean forward like this. And it's going to put a little bit of traction on the shoulder.
Yeah, right in here.
Now, over time, you're going to try to reach up higher and higher. You're going to work your way up, and you're going to put a stretch on like this. And this is amazing how much this can help. Especially you can do this several times a day, and you can also do it, for like, it probably only like 30 seconds to a minute.
Right.
Right. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah. Make sure you have a good grip on it and your hand doesn't slide down.
Right. You don't want to be doing this.
Yeah, I had one patient, he thought I didn't explain myself well, and he came back and I said, oh, you got to.
He's going like this.
He says it wasn't working, and I realized that, he wasn't doing it properly, so we corrected that.
Yeah.
If your shoulder has to be so painful that you do this and it just creates sharp pain, it's not ready for it yet. You have to wait and give it some time.
We want this to be pain-free when you're doing an action. A lot of times it feels fairly good.
Yeah.
I've had people with arthritis that they've loved this, Brad. They started like this, and they love it to see how they can improve.
So does it happen in one day or over a period of days before they move up?
Yeah. But and some people, it's I've had some younger people that kind of happen fairly rapidly.
Sure.
That
the younger they heal quick.
That's right. So, all right, check out the rest of our videos on TENS at Bob and Brad.
Take care.
Thanks.